Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel here from Essetino Media, and welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind, episode number 141. So you'll notice it's just me here today, and I'm in a different location. It's very hot in the office right now. It's encased in windows, and it is now summer season here in Vancouver and it gets really hot. So I have to move locations. It's going to be sunset soon, so hopefully as the live stream goes down, I won't be as blasted with the light, right? It looks like I'm just like in heaven right now. But it's just me here tonight. Arit is in Victoria hanging out with her parents. So, as we get older, as me and Arit get older, we make more priority time for our parents. And it just so happened that, they could go to Victoria for the day. It's an island that's 1 or 2 hours with a ferry ride. So it is actually separated from British Columbia, and you do need to take a ferry or a plane or your own boat or something and get over there. And she's been hanging out with them the whole day. So I am here doing the episode 141 for you guys, and you saw the title of the live stream. It is What You Focus on Grows. I know I keep saying that, but I just want to cement it in your head because it's oftentimes what you just need to refer back to when things aren't going correctly. And I purposely put so much space above my head because I wanted you guys to see this thing. I wanted you to see the lion painting, which is like there's a lot of what do you call it, like symbols like with animals or words around. Every time I look at that, I'm always reminded about power, inner power, and becoming a lion. So that's why I have that posted. I know it's like the ratio is like so way off of my head, but I thought it'd be cool to show. So welcome to the Essetino Weekly Mastermind. We're here every week, Thursdays at 6 p.m. for you guys, answering your questions, hanging out, just keeping the energy alive here. So what I like to do is start off with sharing your wins for the week. So how is your week going? We like to focus on what went well, because usually the brain reverts to focusing on what didn't go well, what is going wrong, what isn't going right. But here on this show, we focus on the opposite. So what did go well? And I just realized that the bar here actually makes me get even smaller. So let me just move this down just a little bit more so I don't look like a really tiny person. All right. So as you guys are sharing your wins, and I've got some cool ones here from last week when I was in Whistler, because it's like the wins time frame is from the last live stream. So from 7, whatever it is, live stream PST up until now, what were your wins? All right, so we've got Timothy in the house. Hey, Timothy, how's it going? Great to be here. Yes, great to be here as well. And right off the bat, I did see this super chat or super sticker come in before I even started the show. It was you dropped this down half an hour before we actually went live. So Timothy, thank you so much. Again, you are an amazing person. I'm always rooting for you. And I'm, every week when you give me your updates, I'm always like, come on, you got this, keep going, keep going. And I have some things to share about keep going, keep going. I have some Essetino memorabilia from 2012 and 13. And some of my high school passions and how it has evolved and how I'm actually still working on them in a different form today. So we're going to be going through a bit of memory lane here. Yes, Felixs, I am a one-woman show today. Arit is in Victoria hanging out with her parents for the day. and, just getting the memories, right? Every day is, a day that goes by, and we don't want to take things for granted, right? So as I've gotten older, I make sure to see my parents definitely on a weekly basis, multiple times a week. When I was younger, I wanted to get away from them, and I was the typical teenager that was like, had my door closed, didn't want to speak to my parents, didn't want to go anywhere with them. If they, invited me somewhere, like, oh, let's go grocery shopping, or let's go to so and so's party, or let's go have dinner, I'd always be like, oh, I want to stay in my room. I just want to just stay home, talk on the phone. Remember talking on the phone? Oh man, I would talk on the phone for hours. This was before, this cell phone. All right. Hey, Roland, how's it going? And Roland, lots of things are going well. Affiliate links set up and working on my videos. Views on both YouTube channels are creeping up. Yes, you have that. This is another thing that you've been doing, Roland, is if you guys have been paying attention, for those of you who have been watching for like 3 or 4 weeks now, ever since we were like, hey guys, you should be doing affiliate, Roland has started the ball going on affiliate, and he's been giving us updates every week. And in fact, Roland, you also gave an update that you already started getting commissions from your Amazon Associates program. So that's really cool. And all those add up. Yes, they're tiny amounts, but they all add up. And the thing that I'm working on right now with that new income stream, right? It's tiny increments of money, but it adds up. Timothy, thank you so much, Jewel. That was my win this week. I decided to go forward no matter what. Yeah, it's a good stance to have, because, a lot of people are just like, oh, I don't feel like it, or oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or oh, when I have the energy. And it's when you don't feel like it, that's when you need to do it. It's like working out in the gym. How many times did I not feel like working out, and then I had to push myself? It's the times that you don't enjoy it is when you're supposed to do it. We've got Jojo in the house. Hey Jojo, how's it going? How's your week? All right, Felix, my weekly win is getting a new paid ads marketing client. Awesome. That's amazing, Felix. Congratulations. How did you get that new client? And let me share some wins for you guys here. So when we just came back from Whistler on Saturday, so it's Thursday now. So I did spend, from the last Thursday, I spent Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, so like 2 more days afterwards. And I pushed myself to the extreme, but in a marathon way. So not in the way where you completely exhaust yourself. I did it very marathon, and I'll explain it. Because once you hear the number that I'm going to say, you're going to be like, whoa, that's crazy, that's too extreme. But I did mentally and physically prepare for this. So win for the week, I filmed 75 videos during my time in Whistler. That was a new world record for me. And I have to say that I did film those 75 videos in a 3-day time span. So it was only in the last 3 days of the trip that I filmed 75 videos. And those 75 videos outputted 2 courses, and the rest of the 25, it's probably more actually, were for this other thing that I'm working on, but they were also videos. Now, I know it's going to sound really extreme and like, whoa, crazy, but here's how I did it. So in the beginning of the week of arriving to Whistler, I arrived in Whistler on the Saturday. So I went from Saturday to Saturday, so like 8 days pretty much. And I had a game plan. There was a whole game plan. And when you're taking on such a feat, such a mountain, right? You have to mentally prepare yourself. So I didn't just go, I'm going to film 75 videos. I was like mentally preparing myself for this and making sure that I have some things in check. So on the first day of filming, what do? I do the things that I need to do in order to keep me going. Now it's different, it's going to be different for everybody, and I had to find this out the long way and the hard way. So when I'm filming, I need certain things. So first thing I did was I went around, woke up in the morning, had a really good breakfast. On filming days, I need really good meals. Like not just like quick whatever meals. I need really good meals. Meals that I enjoy and that I'm happy with. If I have a crappy meal, I won't really want to film. I need to be fulfilled with the food. So went out to Whistler Village and walked around, and there's this really cool boutique coffee shop called the Ecologist, and it was actually created by an actual ecologist, and they have like sustainable stuff in there, but they had really good avocado toast and a Nutella latte. So I started off with that and then came back to the Airbnb, and then I took a shower. Before filming videos for a long period of time, I need to feel refreshed with a shower. I also brush my teeth. I know this is sounding like, what are you getting ready for? But I'm telling you, after doing videos, after doing thousands of videos, I've probably on this channel alone, we've done 2,000 videos plus other videos, so maybe like 3,000 videos. This is what needs to be done for me. This is what I need to go for the long haul, to do a marathon of videos. So I brush my teeth. These are all things to get me filled with food, energy, nutrients. The shower is to refresh me. Whenever I take a shower, I feel ready for the day, right? I'm more of a morning shower person than a night shower person. Brushing the teeth. Brushing the teeth has always been like a refresher. I always feel fresh after brushing my teeth. And then after that, I put on what's called my filming jacket for the day. So what I like to do is now it changes. I have a specific filming jacket. Some people have a t-shirt that they always go in, or an accessory, or a necklace, or a hat, or something. For me, it's a filming jacket, and it was the one that you commented on, Timothy. It was that black one with the purple roses on it. And, I love wearing that jacket, and I feel good when I wear that jacket. So that's the jacket that I wore for filming all those kinds of videos. Now, I had filmed in bursts. So again, it's like a marathon, right? So I film the first burst of 5, and then I take a break, and I do whatever in this break. And in the first break, my back actually hurt because the Airbnb dining table chair was weird. So I actually laid down on the couch, and I went on my phone and just started watching random entertainment YouTube videos. Took a break for about 20 minutes, got some water, had a little bit of a snack, and that was the first 5. Then I went back in it and I filmed 10. And then I take a break, and I don't stop until I get to each milestone. So I purposely did 5 in the beginning because I don't want to start off so harshly because I might burn myself out. Once you get into it and you're past the 5, then you're getting excited and you're like wanting to do more and more and more. So I then do 10, and then that was actually the first day. is I did 15, and then the next day I did the exact same routine. The next day I went out to the Whistler Village, I took a stroll, I walked outside, got some fresh air, got my avocado toast and my Nutella latte, then came back, then showered, and then put on a jacket, then brushed the teeth, and then I do it again and again, and I did it for 3 days. And honestly, I also got some other stuff completed on those days as well. One of those days was the live stream. So I actually still did the live stream as well as 75 videos. So you can really do a lot if you create a plan and know what you need to keep going. Because a lot of people might just like blast through it and, not have a good meal, not mentally prepare yourself. And then by video 10, you're completely gassed and you can't go anymore, right? It's just all about knowing what you need to keep going. And honestly, after each one of those nights of filming, each night I filmed between, 50 and 20 something videos. I was still okay. Like I was still fine. I wasn't completely out of it or anything. I was still like, I was like, whoa, I filmed a lot of videos. And even I was like, wow, that's really amazing. I broke my world record of videos. So that in a nutshell was how I was able to do 75 plus a live stream in 3 days. And you guys can do it too. I'm not like a superhuman person. I just know what gives me energy, and I know when to take a break, but I'm very diligent about my break, so I don't like take a break and then I'm done for the day. I like come back, I did take that break of a half an hour, whatever, to watch videos or speak to my mom on the phone, something like that, and then come back to it. So that was one win, was filming the 75 videos, and it was 2 courses. So I filmed the first course, which is going to be a YouTube course. More so, it's like a great addition to the Profitable Channel course. It's other information that I've packaged together. And the other course, the second course, is about the income stream that I've been working on. I was about to say second income stream, and I'm like, we have more than 2 income streams, so I don't know what number income stream this is, but it is another income stream. And I actually just finished editing the whole course yesterday. So when we got back from Whistler on Saturday, right when I got back, I immediately started editing and got the first video 5 done. Then the next day I got like 10 done. And then I took a break on one of the days. And then yesterday I edited 12 videos. When you feel that spark of energy, like something is lighting you up and there's like a fire, there's, lightning, right? Lightning. You got to ride the wave. You got to ride it. There's something going on inside of you and you need to ride it. So that was happening. That was like ignited over there in Whistler, and it's still going to this point. And the new course that I'm creating, the second one about the new income stream, I have to say, this income stream has been the easiest way to make money online that I have ever done, ever. And I have been doing a lot of stuff since 2008 and 9. That's when I started my entrepreneurial journey. I've done pretty much everything under the sun except for buying stocks or Bitcoin or anything like that. But I've done all the Amazon, FBA, private labeling, drop shipping, selling on eBay, selling on Craigslist, selling on Facebook Marketplace, blogging, YouTube, affiliate, MLMs, meetings, network marketing, events, like all the stuff. I've done all that stuff. And this new course that I created on the new income stream that I'm working on, that I'm going to be releasing hopefully by next week, is the easiest way that I have experienced to make money online. And I'm not being fluff. I'm not BSing anyone. It's like, it's pretty crazy. That's why I want to finish it so fast, because I know that there's people that need this. There's people, I actually had several people, both family members and people I don't know, that have in person or messaged me being like, hey, Jewel, I don't necessarily want to start a business, but I do want to make extra income. And I don't want to do Uber driving, or I don't want to deliver groceries or anything like that. What's the best way to make money online? And previously, I had always said Facebook Marketplace has a low barrier to entry, low learning curve. You can literally take an item, list it, and have it sell within the same day. And it's not so much, there's not a lot of knowledge that needs to be learned. Yes, there's tweaks here and there of photos and titling and things like that, but in terms of actually learning like a crazy skill that's needed in design or editing or websites, it's and the easiest thing that I would always recommend to people. And this new thing is easier, and that's why I'm working my ass off to finish it, because there are people that need this. There are people that, you know, just want an extra 500 or whatever a month, and they're good, they'd be happy. And I really want to provide that for people, because I understand that people don't want to start a whole business or create a brand, and that's fine. You don't have to, right? So hopefully I'll have this course completed by the end of next week and have it released. If you guys are interested in wanting to know about it right away, let me know in the comments and I'll jot your name down. And as soon as it's complete, I'll email it to you so you can check it out. All right. Got some comments on the board here. Let's see here. Oh, there's a lot happening. Oh yeah, here we go. 75 videos. That is superhuman. Yeah, I wanted to take it to the next level. I wanted to break my own world record. I have these records, these world records that I have. And previously, I think my world record was like 15 or 17 videos in one day. Definitely not more than 20, but this one for sure was a world record for me. Felixs, I work with a team, so someone close the sale, but I onboard and take care of the actual work. That's so cool. That's amazing. Congratulations. 75 videos is crazy. I know. And sometimes you got to do the crazy. That's what I realized. I heard that, that quote from who is it? The guy from Apple. He said something about being crazy, and I've heard it from several people. The people that I look up to, and most people look up to, they're not average and they're not regular, and you do need to go the extra if you want the extra out of life. Yes, I did take crazy action, and I was just feeling it. It was like electric. I can't really describe it. It's like you have unlimited energy, but not really, because there were some days where I was really tired. I've had a wonderful week. Thank you for asking. That's amazing, Jojo. We really need to batch learning. Yeah, batching in general. Just batching in general. I batch everything. If I am out, if I need to go somewhere, like let's say I need to go to my sister's place and she lives like 30 minutes away, sometimes an hour if there's traffic, I will batch things that need to happen physically outside. So if I'm like, oh, I better get gas, I'm already out, instead of like, oh, I don't have gas in my car, let me go downstairs, go get gas and then come back and then this, it's like, I'm already out, better get gas now. Oh, there's that other store that I need to go to, I should latch that on too. So it's like I batch things like that as well. I even have a new way of editing that helped me edit 26 lectures very quickly without getting so. If you've ever edited videos, you can get quite tired mentally because you're re-watching footage over and over again, right? You watch a part and then it's like, oh, that had a mistake in it. Delete that part. Oh, watch it again. Oh, I need to add text. Watch it again. So it's very tiring. And I've actually, for myself, developed a batching way of editing where I actually don't finish the full video. So let's say I have filmed, I filmed 26 videos for this second course, the new course I'm going to be releasing soon. What I did first was I went through the whole batch of 26 videos, and all I did was remove the dead air without listening to it. So this only works if you're doing talking head or screencast recording videos. It might not work if you need to do other things on video, but for the videos that I do, it worked fine. So what I would do is I would listen to a podcast and I would have the Camtasia, and then all I would do is just remove the dead air. And you can see the dead air because there's audio spikes and then nothing, and then audio spikes and then nothing. And I just go in and clip and remove and clip and remove. And I'm not using too much brain energy because I'm listening to a cool podcast and I'm just visually removing the dead air rather than having to listen to it. Because if you have to listen to it, it will drain you. So I actually got through doing that process quite quickly. And then the second time I came around on the videos was the next day. Don't do this on the same day. Is I went through and I removed the mistakes so I can hear now. So I'm now listening and I just remove all the mistakes. And it makes editing way faster. Like you can get a video done, several videos done way faster this way. All right. Lisa, I'm so sorry to hear that, you had to go to 2 funerals, but thank you so much for stopping by and saying hello to us and everybody. Thank you. Hope you're feeling better. Thank you, Manpreet. Hats off to you, Jewel. Thank you. I appreciate it. Strategy, radical results, take radical actions. Yes, it reminds me of the thing that I used to write in one of my journals. It was think big, act big, succeed big. And I saw it in a book. It wasn't even a popular book. I don't even remember. I wish I could remember which book this was, but I saw that line and I had to stop and I wrote it. And I would write think big, act big, succeed big. And I would always write it like 1, 2, 3. And I wrote it down every day for months. And that's why it's like in my head now. Love that jacket. Yeah, that's my favorite jacket from Etsy, from a random shopping spree on Etsy. Felix, you have super high self-awareness. I do now, but I didn't always. I needed to become self-aware. I didn't start becoming self-aware until I started learning entrepreneurship in 2010. Watched all the gurus, watched all the people, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor, Leslie, what's his name? I forgot his name. But all the OG people who were talking about that kind of stuff. Thanks, Jojo. Appreciate it. I just wanted to share my process and how I'm doing it. I'm not superhuman. I do take naps when I need to. I'm not a robot. Yes, Manpreet, love easy. Yes, it is so easy. This new income stream compared to anything and everything I've done, easiest thing I've done by far. And I want to share it with you. And it flowed out of me. Like it was just like boom, 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 boom. Here's the steps. Capture it all. Here it is. Hey, Turbo Stuntman, how's it going? Awesome. Timothy's interested. Amazing. I will let you know. Roland says, I know that feeling. It's super focus and it's also passion. Timothy, editing videos can create a time vortex for sure. It's like so much time. Like you could spend like hours on one video. And for me personally, I hate spending hours on one video. I will when, I'm doing like a vlog or a compilation or something. But because I'm so used to fast output, I can't stand it when I take more than 2 hours on a video. Turbo Stuntman says, I know, right? Editing is really exhausting when you're unmotivated. Try this technique out. Try just going through and removing the dead air while you're listening to something else, like music or a show or something, and just do that visual part. It will save you mental energy like crazy. I've tested this out and it's how I prefer editing now. Timothy, there is a scene in a movie, The Social Media, when the programmers were wired in and they were ultra focused. I try to do that when I am working on my tasks. Yeah, that's what was happening when I was doing the whole 75 videos. I was like, besides the breaks that I'm taking, that's all I'm doing for the day until I get it completed. And I was very happy with the output. I even on the drive home, I was like, wow, I can't believe I filmed 75 videos. It sounds crazy, but if you were to be a fly on the wall and see me, it was just like timing, rest, fueling. I wasn't like rushing through everything or trying to move in like 2 times speed or 10 times speed. It was just normal speed. It's crazy if you like allocate the day properly, what you can get done. All right, let's see here. Oh, and another win. Our sponsor for one of our videos, we got sponsored for a tutorial video on our channel, and they paid $7.50 for this tutorial video, and I think the tutorial video is only like 5 minutes, and it's a screencast recording, meaning I was like, it wasn't me actually, it was a read. It was just her going through a website, and yeah, they were very happy with it. It wasn't the first deal that we did with them. We did a lower amount one initially. I think it was like 200 or something, and then they wanted another, so we asked for more. As there's a couple things that were included, but for the most part, it was just one filming, but the video was going to be placed somewhere else. That's why we charged them a little bit more. But really happy to receive that sponsorship and that they were happy. And, I always encourage you guys to get paid for your sponsorships. I know it's scary in the beginning to ask for money, but really you're doing them a favor. And it's okay if it doesn't work out. There's many emails that we've gotten where they're like, hey, can you do a video? And then we're like, this is our fee. And they're like, oh, sorry, we can't. And then we're like, no problem. It's like, there's always going to be someone else that's going to come. And, what I recommend is, because some people are apprehensive about charging. So I would start off with an amount that you would be happy to receive. And I will say that when we first started out, I said $50 and I'll do a video for you. And then I did a bunch of 50s, and then I was like $100 and then I'll do a video for you. And then I kept raising it and raising it and raising it. And so far the highest for one video has been the $750, which was awesome because it's just a regular screencast recording, so it's nothing even too crazy. But just start off with a number that you would be happy to receive, and you're not going to feel like awkward or anything. And just start there. And then just when you do a bunch of those, then just raise it and raise it and raise it. That's what we did for our YouTube coaching. YouTube coaching started off at like $4.95. Now it's at $12.95. Soon we will raise it to $14.95, and soon we will raise it to $19.95. Not sure if we can go past that, but definitely it'll get to $19.95. All right. And this isn't a win, but I wanted to ask everybody. So next week, I need to pick up my parents from the airport, and it's like very close to the live stream time hour, and I wanted to get a gauge for if I were to do the live stream earlier, what times would work for people. So usually we do it at 6 p.m. PST. Everybody has different times that it's in. So just tell me how many hours before you would be able to watch the live stream. And it just, if I am doing a live stream next week, the course might be ready by then for release. And I really want to get it out at that time. So maybe that's the course release live stream. We don't know yet. But yeah, so if it's 1 hour before, then for me that's 5. But I do need to, it's like I would like it to be at least 3 hours before the usual time because I need to go to the airport. So please let me know. Okay. Tracy, late to the party. Hello, everyone. We'll watch the replay. Yeah, definitely watch the replay, Tracy. I've got some cool news happening in the works, and I explained my whole marathon process of video filming. Okay. Hey, Cheeks, how's it going? Excited for the conference that you're going to? Timothy, all right, we got some votes in here. 3 hours before. Okay, cool. So that is 3 p.m. PST for me. Awesome. That would work. Felix says, I'm down for anything. I'll join if I can. Awesome. Manpreet, 3 hours is good. Awesome. 2 votes for 3 hours. I'm actually liking that time slot right now before I ask this question because, yeah, I was thinking, I'm like, if I do it at 3, then, 3 to 4 still gives me enough time to get to the airport. Okay, so I want to share with you some Essetino Media time capsules here. So I used to write down, back when I had a difficult time focusing on gratitude and focusing on, because when you're not where you want to be, it can be very easy to be down on yourself, sad, and to the extreme, even depressed, right? Which I have been in before. And so something that I used to do was I used to have a jar, and I used to have these I just cut up old business cards that I used to have, and I would write on the back of them every time something cool happened. So every time something that was really nice, it wasn't necessarily like business or anything like that, and then I would put it on the jar, and what it allowed me to do was to make sure to see those moments, the happy moments, the cool moments, the gratitude moments. Because again, most people tend to focus on the crap that's going on in their life and what's going wrong. And it's not that it's not there, but you want to be looking at the brighter side of things, right? So I want to share with you some of the things that I jotted down in 2012 and 13. I've done this so many times where I don't need to do this anymore. I don't need to write on these little cards anymore because it's my natural state now to see the good. And, don't get me wrong, I experience sadness and hardship for sure, but it's how long you stay in it, how you're able to get out of it quickly. And I think that this would be a simple thing for people to do, and I think a lot of people would find it useful. So I would just have these like cue cards, and you'll see like my photo is kind of on them because I had so many cards printed that I, did like 1,000 that I wasn't realistically going to hand all these out. So I just didn't have cash at the time to buy cue cards or anything, so I just cut them up. I'm all about reusing paper anyways, so here we go. I wrote this on April 5th, 2013. This all just happened today. 3 new YouTube subscribers, 6 new Udemy subscribers. One of them was a sale. 10 new Facebook likes. 4 Fiverr orders. 2 of them with gig extras. This is crazy. April 5th, 2013. And now looking back at that, I'm like, wow, that's all those things are kind of going on autopilot now, except for we're not on Fiverr anymore. Facebook's likes is whatever. Udemy is its own thing now. And YouTube. I'm here still on YouTube. Back in 2013. Let me get another one here. April 22nd, 2013. Just came back from Chicago today, and this event was life-changing. I now fully believe in myself, and I can do anything. I'm going to make $10,000 a month. April 22nd, 2013. And that is so crazy because I remember writing down I'm going to make 10,000 a month, and that seemed so far away. It seemed so far away, and now it's like it's a reality. It's a reality, and we're even going much higher, And one thing I do want to stress, when you are going for it, when you're going for your goals and you reach it, you definitely want to make sure that you are respecting it and that you are grateful for it, because if you're not, and then if I wasn't, and I'm like, whatever, 10,000, I want 20, I want 30, I want 40, then it will never really be enough. So you need to like have gratitude, be grateful, even at the times when I was only doing like nothing. Like I would try and find ways to be grateful. And I can tell you, April 22nd, 2013, I don't even think I was doing 1,000 a month. I think I was probably collecting cans around and doing odd things on odd jobs on Craigslist. Like if you were to be an extra in a movie, we're here in Vancouver, so there's a lot of those jobs where they're like, they just need people in the background, so they would pay you like $10 an hour or $12 an hour to just stand in a crowd, right, for filming or whatever. So I would do a lot of these kind of random things to get extra, odd jobs really, to get cash. Let's see here. Here's one. Nick just sent us $1,880. We are rolling in the cashola. Thank you, universe. May 1st, 2013. So around that time, I got a social media client where they were paying me $400 a month to do their social media. So it was like to do some tweets, to do some Facebook page posts, and this was like, sometimes you would get the $400 a month, and then sometimes you wouldn't. So it was like, times where I really needed to stretch, the income and stuff. So that was a cool one. What else here? Oh, this is when we just had an amazing photo shoot with Dark Stars Photography. Can't wait for the new photos. April 30th, 2012. So even back then, we were thinking about branding. And we had this photo shoot with these two photographers here locally in Vancouver. And we really liked their style of photography. And we paid, me and Arit, we paid $500. We split it, $250 each. And, we really had to save up for that. But we felt like if we had good photos that, people could take us a little bit more seriously, and we could have a little bit more of a branding and look professional. And those photos definitely paid off. Definitely. Like, we used them everywhere. They were at one point, on our website, on the YouTube banner, Facebook, everywhere, and on our business cards. So that one definitely was a good investment for sure. And I also wanted to share some other stuff from memory lane. Some of you are photographers on here. I'm not sure if you're still on here, Manpreet, but in high school, I used to be into photography. There was no video yet. Video cameras weren't as accessible. They weren't small, and they weren't really doing like video courses in high school. So I was in photography, and black and white photography, because they didn't have color DSLRs yet. They didn't have color. It was they didn't have they did have color, but for some reason I had to develop these photos in black and white. I developed them myself by hand in a dark room, where you would go into our high school had a dark room, and with the chemicals, what you see in the movies, where basically you're putting the photo paper in, and the agents, the chemical agent, and then you hang it up, right? That whole thing. I loved it. I loved photography. Even though I'm not doing it now, I am still doing a form of media, video, still behind the camera, even though it's a video camera. And so I wanted to show you some of my photography in high school. So this is like, we had the big DSLRs, like the big clunky ones. And I don't think they were digital. It was just like whatever you saw in the lens, that was it. And it was film. Yes, it was physical film, because I had to develop the film. I had to take it out of the canister and put it on the strips and everything. And yeah, that whole thing. That was a unique experience. Okay, my first photo of the Granville Street Bridge in Vancouver here. And I titled this Silent Night. So this is my photography. Obviously, this, I took this when I was like 16 or something, 15 or 16. This is I can't remember how late I needed to be out, but my friend who was also into photography, her dad like took us out and brought us to this area, because I don't think I could have driven at that time. And this is I really like nighttime photography. And so I developed this myself by hand, did the exposure, like burning in, or whatever it is, burning in, and burn the appropriate areas. What else here? That was probably my best shot ever. I just showed you my best one, so now everything else isn't going to be that great. Here's another one. I loved playing with the light and light streaking. So I loved it when, you had the exposure open, and then the streaking of the light happens. So this is the entrance to Granville Island. And there was a car going by, and it creates the streak. And this, nighttime photography obviously works good with black and white. We didn't have access to color anyways, but yeah, I was really into the black and white photography. All right. Just heading back to the comments here. I'm good for any time. Yeah, we're our best in a state of abundance. That is for sure. Awesome. Jojo said I'm good for any time. I think I'm leaning towards the 3 hours before. So it will be 3 p.m. PST, but I will do a community post and let everyone know. Wow, five Fiverr orders, big win. Yeah, that's back when we used to do Fiverr full time. We used to do Fiverr full time. It was crazy. There was so many messages. Timothy says, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Always very humbling to think about. Thanks, Jojo. That's amazing. Timothy says, this is so inspiring to see you and Arit's beginnings. Yeah, that I think it's good to always share this because a lot of people just see like the stuff that's happening now, but we had very, very humble beginnings. Jojo, I'm not surprised at your present success. You worked hard for it. Thank you. I did work hard for it, but also part of the equation, and I always say consistency, discipline, working hard, but also belief. Like if you don't believe it, then you'll eventually quit. So you do still need to have that in conjunction with everything else, because if I didn't believe that I was gonna have my break or make it or break through the crap that was, I was trying to get through, then I don't know where I'd be. Probably not here. But I had such strong belief. I'm like, I'm doing this. This is going to happen. This is my thing. And also, like, how do you get belief? By celebrating your small wins, by getting around other people who have done it, by watching people on YouTube. I was obsessed with success documentaries, watching anyone's story of when they started out and it was crappy and then they won. Didn't matter what field you were in. You could have been an athlete, some scientist. I just wanted to see stories of winning. And I watched so many of them. And I'm like, I'm going to have one of those. Wow, thanks, Manpreet. Appreciate it. Coming from you, Manpreet is a professional photographer who has won awards. For you to say that looks like it looks okay is humbling. But Timothy says the slow shutter speed is so effective with the headlights. Yeah, I used to do it a lot of with glow sticks and sparklers, and I really liked that kind of effect in photography. Roland said that looks like fun doing photography like that. Yeah, after school, I just wanted to work on photography and art, and I didn't want to do writing papers. I didn't want to do my English. I didn't want to do biology. Didn't want to do chemistry. Definitely didn't want to do French. And I just wanted to do that kind of stuff. So I think those are mainly the two best shots. The other ones aren't that great. I think I got an A on that one. But I also tried to take some like abstract shots, and kind of get really in depth. So this one was like blurry on purpose and kind of looked mundane, but my title to it I found very interesting. So this is literally just a photo of a door, with a chain on it, but I titled it The Portal to Freedom. And I recently just saw this and I'm like, wow, I was thinking like that. So it's a door, right? And I'm like, the portal to freedom. And I'm probably did this when I was like 17 or something. So yeah, just wanted to share some stuff. And obviously I've shared this photo many times. This is the famous photo. Here I am working at McDonald's. I started off in cashier. My favorite part was actually making the burgers. And my least favorite part was cleaning the washrooms. Let's see here. Roland says, if you have belief in yourself and what you are doing, give us a smile in the chat. That's a good one. That's a good one. Definitely do the smile emoji in the chat. Timothy says, is that person behind the door? Yes. Yes. So this is what I felt. It's kind of like, yes, this is what I felt growing up. I felt very caged, and I felt very, I thought there was no hope for my future because at the time digital wasn't happening. There was very set ways of society, and now it's like exploded and you can do anything. But that's how I felt, and at the time I didn't get along very well with my family. Even my sister, we were just fighting all the time, and my parents, and the only really outlets of fun that I had was with my friends, you know, going to get Slurpees at 7-Eleven, going to Starbucks, getting pizza at Pizza Hut, and doing art and doing things like this, doing photography, doing, yeah. So those were like a little bit about me. This photo isn't very good with the exposure, but I'll still show it to you. So so I was really into making like paper mache and 3D and all this stuff. And I made this this character called Dewey. And it was like 2 feet tall. It was made out of like wire and paper mache and plasticine and paint. And I loved this character. So this was like made out of metal. It was on a wooden base. It stood up on its own. It's wearing FUBU, if you know that brand. And I loved making stuff like this. I would work on stuff like this the entire day. And this is when I was into plasticine and chimpanzees. I titled this My Family. I was so weird. And you know, I spent I would just sit there and just not carve out, but like mold with plasticine. So yeah, just wanted to show you a little bit of memory lane and where I came from. Wanted to give you guys some inspiration, motivation, something to stem from. Like honestly, if you are down in the trenches and you're like trying to make something happen, whatever it is, doesn't have to be business, but you're trying to make something happen and it's not working out and you're getting down and you're having doubt, this is why I'm showing you all this stuff. You know, I worked at McDonald's. I used to, you know, was in negative for many years, starting out the business, you know. It didn't come easy. It didn't come easy, but, and for some people it does, but it really depends on what cards you're dealt. You know, everybody's dealt a different hand of cards, and this was my cards. This was our cards, you know, for a REIT. It was very similar. If it's taking a long time, it probably means that you have lessons that you need to learn. And until you've learned that lesson, then it unlocks the treasures for that one. So it's like there was very much a lot of lessons that needed to be learned. I'm still learning lessons. I'm still unlocking new things, especially with going back to affiliate. I told you guys that in 2023, I wanted to focus back on affiliate because we had always done it and started it, but we've never really focused on it. And now focusing on it, I'm learning so much about it, and it's really like amplifying right now and really growing. And it's something that I really want to share with you guys. So I'm always growing. You're never done. You're never done. That's the whole thing, is that people think I'll be happy when, and it's like, no, I'll be happy now. And then you continue to be happier with new things and growing. So that's my spiel for focus on growing, and really think about it. Like, think about what's happening in your life and growing. Like, get addicted to wanting to grow, because you don't ever want to get into a state where you're just like, you kind of just give up and you're not trying. And a lot of people are just like, oh, well, I'm this age, so whatever, what can you do? Those kinds, right? And it's like, oh, you're not living. You're not living. You don't want to be like that. People are giving a bunch of smiles. Smiles times 100. Smiles. Roland says, I believe in all of you too. We got this. Honestly, anyone can do anything if they wanted to. It's a true statement. You were ahead of your time. I sometimes, I feel like I'm in the right era, but I was meant for this era. Roland says, I like how you keep your memories. Very specific ones. There are ones that I definitely had to get rid of and clear out, but these ones that really mean something to me, yeah, for sure. I keep them. Fantastic art show. Love it. Thanks as always, Jewel and Arit. I learn from you daily. We just want to give back. We want to give back to you guys, and we want you to succeed just as much as we want success for ourselves. Timothy says, I always try to raise the bar on myself. Yeah, always try and get better. Always try and get better. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it at there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you are interested in that new course about a new income stream, that is personally the easiest way that I have found to make money online, please let me know, and I will let you know as soon as that course is completed. And the course is very straight to the point. Right now, it's 26 lectures, and I'll probably add more as bonus stuff, but the main part is 26 lectures, and you can get through it very quickly. And I started it on April 2nd. It is now averaging about 600 to 700 now at this point per month and moving forward. And so 600 to 700 in US for me, in Canadian is 800 to 900. I plan to get this to 5,000 and more a month. And all the information I've compacted and what I've learned in a short, fast amount of time is in this course. So just letting you guys, just putting it out there. You're listening to this for a reason. If you're not interested, no worries, all good. But I just want to know who is so that I can reach out to them. Cool. All right. Thank you, Anthony, Turbo Stuntman, for tuning in. Timothy says it was a great way. It was great to see you, Jewel, and everyone. Means a great deal to me. It means a great deal to me that you guys are all here commenting. Manpreet says, thank you. Thank you much. Am very interested. Awesome. I've jotted you down for those of you who are interested. It was Manpreet, I believe, Roland, Timothy, and whoever else, I'll look back in the chat. All right, cool. Thank you so much for watching. And I will let you know next week if we are going to be streaming 3 hours ahead of schedule. All right. So you guys have a good one, and go for those wins. Believe in yourself.